What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. As promised, I am getting into another art creation, and this is going into my ceiling. So as you guys can see, this ceiling looks a mess, and we definitely need to change that. So I started out by pretty much measuring the ceiling at first, just trying to get together all of the dimensions that I would need to be able to figure out what I could cover, and also doing a little bit of research into what would be light enough to be able to hang from the ceiling. So definitely something that sort of resembled like a tissue paper, but I definitely wanted to do something in this foil design. I saw this from just Googling ceiling kind of inspiration and came across this one kind of garden ceiling structure from Google. And ever since then, I just did some research to find all of the materials for it. And it turns out that the way that I found was super easy and sort of inexpensive to recreate. So as you can just see me here, I am putting on the first layer of the ceiling sheet, and it comes in these big rolls. You can get them in different sizes off of Amazon. I'll have that link for you guys. I used a nail gun or a staple gun to staple the paper up to the wall, and then I used tape. So the tape kind of came in handy for when I wanted to seal a couple of pieces. Here is just a quick shot of, you can see I have that first piece up there, and then I am layering on the second piece. So fast forward, I got the entire front of my studio done. So the entire front of my studio has this silver foil paper on it. I didn't want to show you guys too much of it because a lot of the details that I've been working on in the studio are present in this video, and I kind of want to leave some of it to the imagination, especially until I get to the point of having my grand open. So as you can see me here, I am now towards the back of the studio space, and I am currently putting up some of those last minute pieces. This part was a little bit tricky because if you can see that kind of like caged part, it's actually very fine, whatever kind of material that is. So I wasn't able to actually staple into it. So I had to use these solid boards to sort of support the paper so that those pieces don't either become damaged or they don't simply fall out of the ceiling, because I did have a couple fall out of the ceiling just in other odd places in the studio. And I also sort of nailed one closed because it was simply coming down. But so that made it a little bit tricky, but I definitely wanted to cover that up along with covering up some of the light fixtures. So as you can see, this one to my right is a fully functioning one, but some of the light fixtures in the studio do not work. So I felt it best if I simply just covered them with the foil so that it looked clean. All right, so overall, it probably took me on average, I would say just in total, not counting wait times and work and every other distraction, etc., 4 days in total to complete this project. I am super stoked with the outcome. It looks exactly the way that I envisioned it, just from all of the research that I did initially to be able to achieve this design. Definitely by far, I probably have said this a billion times, but by far my most favorite project for sure. And this is part 1 of this ceiling project. Part 2 will be coming soon later on in the channel, but I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will see you all next week. Bye.